The wonders of life got the prettiest side for everyone to enjoy. Standing up close by the Christmas tree, glimmering light, I am right where I wanna be. I will be home for a couple of days, wander around with you. You and me in the cold, thought it'd never be true. Wherever I go, I got you. Oh, I have stopped running, there is no way trying. You better loosen your belt. Drinking hot wine by the fire, don't care of anything else. It's Christmas, and some kind of love, my friend. I'll pray it will never end. Do you like to be here too? It's Christmas, and outside snow's glistening. It's just you and me tonight. I'll spend all this Christmas with you. Oh, it's such a charm, got you up in my arms.
There's Mr. Kitten over by his watering bowl. But in the front entryway, I have this cute little galvanized welcome sign that I keep up year round. Oh, here comes Mr. Kitten. You will usually be welcomed by him whenever you walk into our house. And he is a Manx, if any of you are wondering. And yes, we are aware that he is bigger than the rest. On our front entryway table, I just have like a little snowball theme going on, with the snowballs in the basket, snowball garland, and then just some outdoorsy wintry items. Oh, and I have a, there we go. Got some star fairy lights. And yes, you may be wondering, why in the world do you have the Last Supper? Well, I was at the thrift store with my mom, but I noticed it was one of those beautiful vintage golden frames. And then I turned it around. I was like, oh, on the back it said, you know, $9.99 for this very large frame. And I turned it around like, oh my goodness, it is the Last Supper. And I just had this internal guilt because whenever I saw the frame, I'm like, okay, I'm either taking the picture out or I am painting over the picture with chalkboard paint. Yeah, I turned it around and there is Jesus right there. Anyways, moving on. We have got my favorite room in the house. There's Mr. Kitten. Hi, buddy. He's hungry. He always gets so lovey when he's hungry. And this is technically the dining room or the formal living entry room, but I converted it into an office. And pretty much all the furniture pieces in here are thrifted or from Facebook Marketplace.
Of the dear Savior's birth, long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth.
And then down here, it's awesome because this is functional for me. It's a little messy, but that's okay. Got to slam it a little bit. And that is so awesome about these. So Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace, and then I also keep some office supplies in my buffet as well. So it's beautiful. I can decorate to my heart's desire, and it's functional and has storage, which is so awesome. And then also in that little galvanized bin, there are some more books and papers and all that good stuff. So moving on to my little $30 Walmart tree. Yes, if you do not have one, go pick one up. These would be so awesome to put in some, to get two and put them on either side of your front door and put them in some like tall urns. That would be so fun. Just because they're so cheap, you know, it doesn't really matter if they get, you know, dirty or anything. But any extra little goodies, picks and ornaments, I just put them on this tree.
From Orient land, the King of Kings laid us lowly manger in all our trials, born to be our friend.
But I just threw up some little pom-pom garlands, and then I made this sign out of some of my old music notes. Just says Noel. And then we made some little pine trees. So cute. And then over on my desk, oh, I love this thing. This is so awesome. We just have some little vignettes on each corner.
Christ was born.
And then I got this globe from the thrift store, and so to tie in just with the office theme and the Christmas theme as well, I made this little sign saying light of the world. And then to sort of just dress up my bottle brush trees, I put this green one and a cute little trophy from Goodwill, as well as this super mini terracotta pot. We just have a cute little boy on this vintage postcard. So I love this little corner right here. It's my favorite. Moving on to one of my favorite walls. We just have some goodies. This is an old ceiling tile, and I don't know if you can tell, it is rusted, it is chippy, and it is beautiful to my eyes. And this isn't a very Christmassy section, but we just added a cute little angel. So cute. And then a little Christmas pick with some jingle bells on there. And then we have my can you believe this? $35 hutch that I sanded and painted. Candlesticks, and then another sign that I made saying peace on earth. And then up here, got a fun little chandelier, and see the cord runs back behind this extremely tall shutter that I picked up at an antique store downtown. Got my picnic baskets. Then moving on into the kitchen, it's just pretty simple in here. Got a fun little flocked garland and flocked wreath moment. And then I love this little corner. This is where I do all of my food prepping, right here. So this is so I love this little mirror at nighttime. My little pineapple lamp. And then there's actually an outlet behind there, so that hides it pretty well. Got some nice little goodies in here. Little cake stand. Got some more Christmas baking goodies in there. Then a breakfast eating area. This is where I pretty much eat all my meals. And then moving on. If you hear that noise, it is the corn stove right there. But yes, living room area. This is my favorite little section right here. My hot chocolate / coffee stand. It is so much fun. Waking up every single morning and coming right here to make myself a nice warm cup of coffee. Coffee stand. And that mirror right there, that is actually my father's. And then when I graduated high school, I moved into a van. And that was that sort of was behind my sink area. So it's just gonna go with me everywhere I go. So it's very sentimental. And we got some, so I don't know if you guys noticed, but I sort of have a book theme going on. So on the mantle, I'll get a closer look at that in a little bit, but we have some books stacked together. And then I have signs all throughout the house where I use some of the pages out of those books. And then I made some trees and angels out of the book pages as well. So yes, I love that so much. But I love this little setup behind the couch. I feel like it just frames in, like whenever you walk in to the living room, it just frames in this whole area right here so nicely. Some sparkly deer, a little deer couple. I think this one's the female, and then this one is the husband. Another one of those little paper angels that I made. And then to sort of stand her up a little bit, I put her in a flower frog. I think that's what they're called. Moving on, Joy to the World. Just a little simple setup on that wall. I feel like it's definitely a lot with the Christmas tree, and then I wanted to balance it out. I moved that cabinet from this side, the right side of the fireplace, to the left side, and then I took that giant wooden star from my mom's house, so I feel like it just balances out both sides of the fireplace really nicely. And then I like standing back and looking at it, like it's a lot with this little wall art section that I've got going on this side. But then again, it's like that's the theme I want to go for fall and for Christmas, is that cozy theme. Got some, and then this quilt is actually from my father's side, so that is a very sentimental piece. This sousaphone bell sort of just frames in for the tree skirt and hides some of the cords, but the sousaphone bell was actually my father's. We were actually in the same marching band as him, so that's another fun little family heirloom moment. And then moving on, I absolutely love my mantle this year. I loved how I raised the candles with some books. And then I feel like these burlap poinsettias just match the neutral tone very well. Then add some pops of reds with the Santas, the little berries. Here's another little Santa. And then actually back there is a cross stitch that I got from Goodwill. And it says, my little sign says, "A Silent Night." Then another few pieces that I got from my mom's house, which is this old little sleigh. And then this, my grandfather on my dad's side used to own the only grocery store in our hometown, and this was one of the scoops that belonged to his store. So this definitely has been used a lot, and it is very old. But then here's also that crock that I found for under $40, which was so awesome. Mr. Kitten. Mr. Kitten is on the bed. Nice little overview. Turn off the light so you can see all the ambiance. way too expensive. I think these were like $15, which is more than I'd like to spend. Then this bench was around $80 from TJ Maxx. And then here's another thing that I took from my mom's house. I loved this little birdie clip whenever I was a little girl. So I'm glad to have it. And then I just have some birch log LED candles down there. Then moving up, got this little golden mirrored tray, some reindeer family, Christmas tree. Here is Mr. Kitten. I fostered him since he was a little young pup. And then to make our headboard, because I had a little like wired art thing right here for the longest time, and I never really liked it. So I wanted to do something fun for Christmas. And so I got a long stick from outside. I wanted to make the stick look like a fresh set of snow had just fallen on, you know, the tree limbs. And then I added some sparkles, but you can't really see them on the camera. And then I just hung some ornaments. That I had left over. And then this little garland. Butters! Butters! Hey! Come here. Yes. All the animals. But anyways, this garland is I believe a 9-foot garland from Walmart, and it was around $12. To spruce it up, I just added a leftover garland from Hobby Lobby. And then I actually doubled some ribbon. So here is some red velvet ribbon from the Christmas section, and then I added a plain cream sheer ribbon from the normal ribbon section of Hobby Lobby. And then I just made some stars out of some old book pages and of some of this tulle fabric. And I thought it added a nice little touch, and of course some fairy lights. So I thought just this color pattern with the greens and the silvers, and then some of the golds, and then a pop of red, of course, with these sparkly poinsettias from Hobby Lobby, and they're so beautiful. And then, of course, I have my window right there. A little angel from the thrift store. Bye.